The Minnesota Vikings just got, in my opinion, great news in the win against the New York Giants. We're going to break it all down in this video. Please consider hitting that subscribe button if you're looking for Minnesota Vikings news or anything NFC North. That's what we're doing on this channel. But I want to talk to you today, right now, about this Minnesota Vikings team, specifically about the guy everyone is talking about, and that's, of course, JJ McCarthy. Now, the situation around McCarthy is a fascinating one. The Vikings season as a whole is a fascinating one. When you look at how many different quarterbacks have had games this season, when you look at how things have gone throughout the season, and what you have in what you're hoping is going to be a franchise quarterback in JJ McCarthy. Now, let me know in the comments how you feel about his performance overall, because in this game, I think you're now seeing the third performance in a row where JJ McCarthy shows that he can be the guy. That doesn't mean it was perfect, but I do believe it was good. And you have all of these pieces on this team, the defense, the offense, and the special teams. You got the best special teams in the NFL. Your defense, although it's underperforming right now, they've had to go up against it. They've had a lot of games where they've had to be the primary drivers of the team. Their run game has not been as good this season. I get all of that. I understand it. But you got Brian Flores. You got Kevin O'Connell, for goodness sake. I have no worry about the rest of the team figuring things out. For me, it comes down to the quarterback position. And I think in the quarterback position, we're going to look at some stats here in a second. We're going to look at more. But I think in the quarterback position, talking about JJ McCarthy, and I will comment below, by the way, as soon as I find out from KOC after the game kind of where things are looking on the injury front for JJ McCarthy, I will let you know in the comments. I'll pin the comment down below, so come back and check the video if you want that update. But listen, here's just my honest opinion. JJ McCarthy today, swarmed, by the way, by the Giants defense on multiple plays. Their pass rush is elite, and you saw it today. But let's talk about some things that J.J. McCarthy did, just some plays that stick out to me. Okay, he hits Justin Jefferson, big third down pickup. This is a slot route, so it's an easy route that any quarterback should be able to make, middle of the field, whatever. The pass is imperfect, but Justin Jefferson does what he does, right? Then you got a beautiful tight end screen dialed up. That's great. Fantastic play. Mason goes down early. It's a factor to keep in mind. He is your leading rusher this season, but I understand it's a little bit, he's an interesting cat. He's an interesting character, and the run game is interesting in general, but we'll keep going. McCarthy, with a great deep shot into the end zone on third down, gets dropped by Jordan Addison. That's a play that if he catches that, you already feel even better about J.J. McCarthy in this game, okay? Let's go. Let's fast forward to drive number 2. They settle for a field goal in drive 1. Offensive drive number 2, okay? Great scramble by J.J. McCarthy to open the drive. Jefferson has a drop, but makes up for it 2 plays later with a massive 13-yard play, a screen play on a 3rd and 14. It was a 3rd and 12, excuse me, and it goes through contact, multiple players, just an unbelievable player. I don't need to tell you that. Then their interception, I think, is a really unlucky interception. No, the pass wasn't perfect, but I'm not blaming J.J. McCarthy on that, because when it hits you in both hands as a receiver, you catch that football. That's my opinion. Then the third offensive drive, great 16-yard out route throw to Justin Jefferson. 3rd and 15, outside the numbers. You know what I mean? Great job again by Justin Jefferson to get some decent yardage in a bad position. That's the one where it was 3rd and 15, he gets 14 yards on the play, and they're able to convert on the 4th and 1. Then you have a huge play to Jordan Addison, a 20-yard play, perfect pass in the red zone, cuts right through the middle. Pass is a little high, but he's after that play, there's a pass a little high, unable to catch it, turns into a pick 6 that you get back because of defense in the neutral zone. Thank you very much for that. But then it followed up by a coverage sack. So I think, offensive line play, there's some concern there for sure. But you got to give J.J. McCarthy a little bit of credit for some of the plays that he's making, right? He's not a perfect quarterback, but he's developing. And you look at Peyton Manning's first year, you look at Tom Brady's first year, you look at Josh Allen's first year. I mean, guys take time to develop. And in this current NFL, we don't develop quarterbacks enough, for one. That's a problem. We do need to get better at that. But also, the transition from college to the NFL is not the same today as what it used to be. And part of that just comes down to time given to these players to develop, right? So then, 4th offensive drive, a brilliant scramble touchdown by J.J. McCarthy, in my opinion. 4 defenders on him. You get 1 block from Aaron Jones. Great block. Great move. That was awesome. He saw J.J. McCarthy was about to turn and run, and he immediately got in there and got dirty as he needs to do. That's great. But you got to give J.J. McCarthy all the credit in the world for that touchdown. What a touchdown play. And then the last big play that you have to talk about if we're going to evaluate how J.J. McCarthy did in this game, right? And I'll throw stats up on the screen there too, by the way, while we're at it. I'll try to throw stats up on the screen. There it goes. But that last play is the scoop and score. That's the one 100% you got to hold J.J. McCarthy accountable for that play. It's 100% his fault, but with a caveat. You'd love for, somebody to touch somebody. Like, the guy that plays the right tackle position. That would be nice. There's an idea there. Again, I still think this is J.J. McCarthy's fault. He needs to throw that ball away, or he needs to pull an old school Peyton Manning toward the latter 4 or 5 years of Peyton Manning's career, where that kind of pressure, he just lays down on the ground. Old man takes a nap kind of situation there. I would have loved for J.J. McCarthy to take a nap there, right? Just drop down. There's 20 seconds left in the half. You're not going to score a touchdown on this drive, most likely. So you take the moment, you take it, call it a sack, whatever you want to call it, whatever. You take the sack, but you lay down and live to fight another down. That one's going to haunt him a little bit, but it's also going to teach him a lot. And, you give Max Brosmer a little bit of credit, right? He has a 22 air yard pass to Justin Jefferson outside the numbers. Beautiful pass in there. And that's key in the Minnesota Vikings being able to win this game. But when I'm looking at the game as a whole, the guy that if you're a Vikings fan, the guy that I imagine you're most concerned about is the development of your quarterback, because you got all the pieces there, and you'll continue to improve in the draft. You'll continue to improve in free agency, but you have so many talents out there that I truly believe this comes down to training J.J. McCarthy. He will learn from that play. He will. Hopefully the injury's not too bad. I'll comment the injury update down below once that information comes out. But just to get it out to you guys, like Vikings fans out there, I've got a bunch of Vikings fans where I live here in Denver, Colorado, a bunch of buddies who are Vikings fans. I got family who are Vikings fans. And, I'm looking at this game here. It's an ugly game. The season's over. And it's all, for me, it's all about building blocks. It's all about building blocks. What can you put together? What can you do as a team to figure out how to be better next season, how to turn things around? And if you're looking at this now 7-8 Vikings and you're asking me, okay, is this team, that's Jordan Mason's stats. I was going to pull those up. I won't bother going down the Jordan Mason train today. But if you're in my opinion, right, if you're looking at this team and you're trying to figure out, you let me know what you think in the comments. But if you're looking at this team, you're trying to figure out, can this team pull a Chicago Bears kind of situation there? Can this team pull a big change next year? You don't need to bring in Ben Johnson, right? You got the coach. You have all the coaches. You have everything you need. It is just the development of J.J. McCarthy, and he's developing. I believe we're seeing it 3 games in a row now, in my opinion, that he plays pretty darn well. Not without his faults, but every quarterback has them for sure. And if you get this guy a little more time, get this guy, get Darrisaw back, I genuinely have a lot of optimism about this team, about what the future looks like for this team. This is a down year. It's a good team to compare to. It's the San Francisco 49ers. Different in a lot of ways, but you look at the 49ers last year, really down year, and this year, everything turns around, and it's winning 1-score games. It's finding dirty ways to win like the Vikings did today. So I'm super optimistic about the Vikings. Let me know what you think in the comments as always. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that sub button, because, we're going to need it here on the channel. And we're looking for anybody who's interested in the NFC North. Appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic Sunday.